CBS presents this program in color.
The Red Skelton Hour, regularly scheduled at this time, will not be seen in order to bring you the following Red Skelton special. Brought to you by Pillsbury, the people who bring you good things from the oven like new batter cake mixes, the ones you buy for taste. Pillsbury. To you from New York City, home of the United Nations.
Ce soir, ce programme spécial de Red Skelton vous parvient de la ville de New York, domicile des Nations Unies.
In this gathering place, the representatives from all the continents of the earth meet to debate and discuss the differences that arise among the family of nations. With them rests the hopes of the world that their efforts will bring peace to all men. Tonight, these emissaries are in our audience to watch Red Skelton in a tribute to the UN. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Washington, D.C., the Vice President of the United States, the Honorable Hubert H. Humphrey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the United Nations, and that, of course, means all of us. We will share tonight the pleasure of seeing a great comedian. Laughter is his gift. Laughter is the music of the soul, and it's a gift this world needs. Now, there is another gift that we can give to our fellow men, and that is our commitment to world peace. This is the mission of the United Nations. It is dedicated to ending the tragedy of war, the pain of want and injustice. The diplomats in the audience tonight have tremendous responsibilities. They work with complex problems. This old world of ours, with millions of square miles and billions of people, and almost anywhere you look, there's tension and trouble. To meet these problems requires goodwill, patience, and understanding. Communication is the key. Clear and calm words and dialogue. But there is another means of communication, and it's the oldest form that's known to man. It's silent, through gestures and expressions, and it's called pantomime. Tonight we're going to witness a remarkable exhibition of this unique skill. We'll see the universal language of pantomime, bringing the universal gift of laughter. And you know, in this world of noise and conflict, pantomime, silent, will be such a relief. We'll be reminded that human beings, the world over, despite their many differences, do feel common emotions and needs. And the greatest of man's needs is peace, the goal of the United Nations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to present a master of pantomime, Red Skelton.
Looking at the new baby.
Admirant le nouveau-né.
dressing in the morning.
Une demoiselle faisant sa toilette le matin.
Think with us for a minute about taste. Taste meaning in this case all the pleasures, flavor and fragrance and feeling, all the happy sensations of a certain popular dessert, cake, and especially the cake you make from a mix. Now you like cake mix cakes, Pillsbury knows that, and we've made lots of them with you. But we know too that you've always wished for a cake mix with all the taste of the best homemade cake. Well, now it's here, a new invention, Pillsbury Batter Cake Mix. Like no other cake mix because only Pillsbury mixes the basic ingredients as a wet batter, sort of homogenizes them into one uniform, smooth blend. Then this rich, thick, creamy batter is fresh dried and put into this box, Pillsbury Batter Cake Mix. Try it, and we think you'll agree it makes the best tasting cake since Mother switched to mixes. Batter Cake Mix, a new invention, only from Pillsbury.
At the drive-in movie.
Le cinéma au plein air.
little boy, a slingshot, and a sparrow.
Un petit garçon, une fronde et un moineau.
Piano Recital.
Le concert de piano.
A robber during his first holdup.
Un bandit à ses premiers débuts.
The Pillsbury Doughboy, and I've been getting letters about Pillsbury's many recipes for using my biscuit dough. This one's from a lady who's delighted with our first recipe, donuts.
You start here with poppin' fresh biscuit dough. All you do is cut out the holes, then deep fry until they're brown and crisp. It's easy. Like these dinner ideas. Top off a casserole using biscuits in the last 10 minutes of baking. Dress up a stew with biscuit dumplings. Or use biscuit dough to make shortcakes, cobblers, coffee cakes. There's no end to what you can do with Pillsbury Poppin' Fresh biscuit dough.
You can even make biscuits. Look for the recipes on the country-style or buttermilk biscuit packages in the dairy case. Thanks for keeping in touch. Oh, and folks, keep those letters coming in.
Now, there's a frosting mix made especially for Pillsbury Batter Cake Mix. Pillsbury Buttercream Frosting Mix. The best tasting frosting you ever mixed in your mixing bowl. So gloriously buttercreamy, it really puts the frosting on the cake. And taste? Delicious. Tastes extra rich, extra luscious. Pillsbury Buttercream Frosting Mix. Pillsbury, the one you buy for taste.
And now, Red Skelton in A Fickle Rooster.
Maintenant, Red Skelton dans le chanticleer infidèle.
An American tourist and his wife at the Eiffel Tower.
Un touriste américain avec sa femme à la Tour Eiffel.
Father giving his little boy castor oil.
Un père tenant de l'huile de ricin à son petit garçon.
The astronaut.
L'astronaute.
tuned for the second portion of this Red Skelton special. The balloon salesman and a little boy.
Le vendeur de ballons et un petit garçon.
tenderfoot riding a horse for the first time.
Un cavalier débutant montant son premier cheval.
The old fisherman and the little boy.
Le pêcheur et le petit garçon.
Poppin' Fresh, the Pillsbury Doughboy, with poppin' fresh news.
This is the Pillsbury Busy Lady Bake Off. And this is Mrs. J. David Taylor, winner of the refrigerated fresh dough category. Her recipe, crafty crescent lasagna. It's made from Pillsbury crescent dinner roll dough instead of noodles, with Kraft Parmesan cheese between layers of meat filling. Just fold, then bake for 25 minutes. It's a classic meal made easy. Another time saver, 10-minute poppin' fresh barbacups, created by junior winner Peter Russell. They're made with Pillsbury tender flake biscuits, barbecued beef, and cheddar cheese. For these and other winning bake-off recipes, check your grocer's dairy case or write to prize winner, Box 459, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
We're listening to an apple pie at work. It's Pillsbury Flour's crazy crust apple pie recipe, making its own crust while it bakes. No more rolling, shaping, patting, or crimping. Just pour the pie crust batter into your pan, add filling, and while the pie bakes, it makes its own tender, crazy crust. This surefire recipe comes in sacks of Pillsbury, the idea flour. Get a sack and put a pie to work.
When two old people live next door to each other for 50 years, something's got to give. Watch what happens to Red Skelton in The Neighbors.
Quand deux personnes âgées habitent des maisons voisines pendant 50 ans, quelque chose doit en résulter. Voyez ce qui arrive à Red Skelton dans Les Voisins.
Introducing...
Hi, I'm Poppin' Fresh, the Pillsbury Doughboy, with a poppin' fresh idea.
Pillsbury apple turnover pastries. Nothing smells so good, looks so good, or tastes so good. Pillsbury turnover pastries in the dairy case. Poppin' Fresh dough says fresh home baking.
And Pillsbury says it best.
It's the Pillsbury Doughboy!
Let's bake some cookies.
Fresh from the dairy case. Pillsbury slice and bake cookies. Each roll makes 3 dozen. Rich brown sugar dough with lots of creamy chocolate chips, fresh and chewy. Poppin' Fresh dough says fresh home-baked chocolate chip cookies, and Pillsbury says it best.
Put some away for a rainy day.
The old man watching a parade.
Un vieux monsieur observant un défilé.
Don't go away. Red will be back in a minute. Next week, Red's guests will be Liberace, the Young Folk, and Clem Cadiddlehopper. Here he is again, Red Skelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the greatest honors ever bestowed upon me. Thank you. Until next week, good night, and may God bless. Thank you.
Pillsbury, the people who bring you good things from the oven. Like fresh home-baked dinner rolls from Poppin' Fresh dough. Pillsbury has brought you this Red Skelton special.
Walter Cronkite went to Vietnam to see for himself what direction the war has taken as a result of the recent Viet Cong offensive. Watch for his report from Vietnam tonight.
This is Art Gilmore
And Louis Van Rooten.